Okay, so uh, imagine sitting on a beach, sipping on a fruity drink, and your money just makes you more money, all thanks to AI.
Sounds pretty nice.
Right. Well, that's what we're looking at today. An article that claims that could be the reality for all of us. It's called AI-Powered Investing. 10x your wealth in 2025. So,
10x your wealth.
now,
That's a pretty bold claim.
yeah, it definitely gets your attention, right? But is it all hype, or is there something real here? I mean, the article really paints two different pictures of investing. The old way, you're hunched over spreadsheets trying to pick stocks, worrying about every little market change.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, right. And honestly, it feels like you're just kind of guessing.
Yeah, and this article is saying that AI takes all that stress away.
Right.
It's faster, it's smarter, and you're not letting emotions get in the way.
Exactly. And they say the secret is in things like what they call automated portfolio management, real-time market analysis, and personalized strategies, all for cheaper than a financial advisor.
Okay, I see where they're going with this.
Yeah. For someone like me who's not, you know, a Wall Street expert, it
Yeah.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I can definitely see the appeal, especially with that automated portfolio management. You're not trying to time the market or constantly, moving your investments around. Algorithms can do that for you.
So you're saying it's like having a personal robot advisor who never sleeps.
Exactly. Working 24/7, making sure everything's on track with your goals.
But how does it actually do that? Like, what's going on behind the scenes?
Well, there are different algorithms. Some are based on this idea of mean reversion. So they're thinking prices will go back to their average eventually. And then there are others using a momentum approach. They're betting trends are going to keep going the same way.
And the AI just picks which one is best for me.
Yeah, that's the idea. It looks at your risk tolerance, your goals, how the market's doing right now, and then it figures out, okay, this is how your portfolio should look. This is when we should make changes.
So it's really tailoring the strategy.
Yeah, like having a custom-made investment plan, but without having to pay a human advisor a ton of money.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about this real-time market analysis? They make it sound like the AI is always looking for opportunities.
That's a big part of these AI platforms. They can look at huge amounts of data, news articles, social media, even economic reports, way more than any human could handle.
So like a supercomputer reading all the financial news all the time.
Exactly. And it's using techniques like sentiment analysis to figure out how the market's feeling. Is it optimistic or pessimistic, and natural language processing to really understand the details of financial news.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it can spot opportunities or risks way faster than traditional ways of doing things.
Okay, that is fascinating. Imagine having that kind of insight, just like at your fingertips.
Right.
But, even with all that analysis,
Mm.
the article goes a step further and says you can 10x your wealth in 2025.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a huge number.
It is. And to back it up, they have all these stories about regular people who supposedly made these crazy gains using this AI platform.
Right, like there's Sarah, this busy mom who was able to save for her kids' college.
Right. And then there's Mike, a retiree who's now living comfortably.
And Jasmine, a freelancer who's finally, financially free.
Yeah, they're trying to show that this could work for anyone.
It's tempting to believe it, especially for someone like me who's still figuring out how to, grow their savings.
I get it. Those stories are really appealing.
Yeah.
But we got to remember, stories aren't data. Just because a few people did well doesn't mean everyone will.
So you're saying we should be careful about those success stories?
Yeah, definitely. Any investment, whether it's AI or the old way, always has some risk.
Right.
AI can help manage that risk. It can look at the data and spot patterns, but it can't make risk disappear completely.
So it's like you still need to be smart about it.
Exactly. Think of it like a really advanced compass.
Okay.
It can guide you through the financial markets, but you still got to watch out for storms and rough waters.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, and anytime someone says you're guaranteed to make a ton of money, especially like 10x your wealth, that's a big red flag.
Yeah, I guess it's easy to get caught up in the hype.
It is. People want to get rich quick, but that usually means taking on a lot of risk, and that can backfire.
So it's all about being realistic.
Exactly. Don't expect to get rich overnight. Make smart decisions that fit your goals and how much risk you're comfortable with.
That's good advice. So even if the 10x thing is maybe a little too good to be true, it seems like AI is really changing things in finance.
Yeah, the trend is definitely real.
So beyond this specific platform, what other ways is AI changing the game?
Well, we already talked about automated portfolio management and real-time market analysis, but AI is also being used for things like fraud detection.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Loan underwriting, even high-frequency trading.
Fraud detection seems like a perfect job for AI. I mean, it's got to be good at finding those tiny clues that something's wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Algorithms can look at tons of transactions and find patterns that might mean there's fraud going on.
So protecting people and saving money.
Exactly. And then there's loan underwriting AIs changing how lenders decide who gets a loan.
How so?
While before, they mostly looked at credit scores and what a human underwriter thought.
Okay.
But now with AI, they can look at way more information.
Interesting.
This means they can make faster and more accurate decisions, and it can also help people and businesses who might not have gotten a loan the old way.
So it's not just about efficiency, it's also about fairness.
Yeah, exactly. AI has the potential to make things more equal in finance, give everyone a chance.
That's a good thing. You also mentioned high-frequency trading. That always seemed kind of mysterious to me.
It's a complicated world where algorithms are making super fast trades based on what's happening in the market right now,
Oh,
and AI is becoming a big part of it.
okay.
These algorithms can analyze the market and make trades much faster than any human, which has good and bad sides.
I can see that. I mean, it could make markets more efficient, right?
Yeah, but it could also make things more volatile.
So prices could swing up and down more dramatically.
Exactly, and that makes it harder for regular investors, and it raises questions about whether it's fair and transparent.
It seems like AI is everywhere in finance now, from these big algorithms on Wall Street to the apps we use to, manage our money.
Yeah, you're right. It really is, and that brings up a big question, as AI gets more involved in our financial lives, how will that change our relationship with money?
That's interesting. Will it make us better with money or worse? Will we have more control or less?
Those are questions we'll have to figure out as this technology keeps developing, but for now, let's take a step back and think about what we've learned today about AI-powered investing.
Okay, sounds good. What are the key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
Well, first of all, AI-powered investing isn't just something from science fiction. It's real, and it's already changing how people invest. We've seen how AI can handle your portfolio for you. You analyze the market constantly and even create a strategy just for you.
But like we talked about, it's not a magic solution. It's not going to make you rich overnight.
Right. Any investment has risks, and AI can't get rid of those risks completely.
Yeah.
It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used well or poorly.
So we need to be smart about it.
Exactly. Don't believe the hype. Don't fall for those promises of crazy returns. Do your research, understand the limits, and make decisions that are right for you, your goals, and how much risk you can handle.
That's really good advice. And before we go, is there one last thought you want to leave our listeners with?
As you learn more about AI-powered investing, really think about the tools you're choosing. Ask questions. How do the algorithms work? What data are they using? How do they manage risk? It's your money, and you're the one who's responsible for your financial well-being.
That's a great point to end on. A huge thank you to our expert for taking us on this deep dive into AI-powered investing. And to you, our listeners, thank you for joining us. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep exploring this amazing world of knowledge.